Hi, I am Fiona Bennett. I am a life coach, educator, and energy healer, and I'm here today with Colleen Hoffman Smith, who is my mentor and a beautiful life coach herself, an author, a speaker, and I'm just so happy that she's here with us.
Thank you, Fiona. It's
Um,
wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful that you're
I'd
here.
love to connect with you.
I met Colleen in 2005, which is a long time ago now. And I wonder, Colleen, maybe we could start if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, I don't want to bore you.
Not
So I'll keep
boring.
it quick. Hi, everyone. It's so wonderful to share this time with Fiona. I respect her, and she's a wonderful inspiration to many women. It's something that I believe in, to inspire other people to be healthy, happy, and enjoy their life. And I loved, sharing everything that I learned. So it's wonderful to see Fiona doing the same thing. So thank you for having me. I live in Northern Ontario on a lake with my husband, and I'm retired from the beauty industry, modeling industry. And years ago, over 25 years ago, I started coaching a process called the inner workout. And that is actually when I found this gift for me, which I thought was just for me, the inner workout, but I ended up sharing it with many, many people, thousands of people over the years, because people noticed a difference in me. My life changed because of that, because of this beautiful exercise that was handed to me when I was actually devastated in my life. And I have a wonderful family who I adore, beautiful daughters. I have two daughters and a stepdaughter who I love. And we have a fabulous family, 3 grandchildren from one of my daughters. And my husband and I have been together for 23 years and 24. I shouldn't just say the years, but it's been a while. So he's been in my life. I attracted my beloved. So it took a long time, but I had to get healthy. Again, my process, my practice, and everything that I'll share with you today is because of the hardships I went through and the struggles and the darkness that I one day had to wake up to. So I'm in a happy place.
You're in a happy place now, and you've written 3 books already.
Yes, I have.
And you developed the inner workout, you said.
It was actually in a time in my life when I got very sick and tired and had a lot of loss. I didn't know where else to turn. So I went into my closet one day, and the details don't really matter as far as what I was going through, because we all have hardships and struggles, but it was a time in my life when I didn't know where else to go. It's not that I didn't want to live anymore. I did, but I wanted to live differently. I didn't know what to do. And I went into my closet for about 24 hours and just cried until I emptied. It was probably my wake-up call, waking up to my life that wasn't serving me anymore. And I took responsibility for the lack of love that I was feeling, and I didn't know what to do. And suddenly I was in this darkness, and a light came into my consciousness, into my life, and this became the inner workout. It was an incredible visualization that took me to connecting with my emotional pain, releasing it, everything that was causing me fear and stress and anger and hurt and disappointment, and I could release it. and then forgive. And I thought this was just something that was for me, this process that made me feel good, made me feel light, less burdensome. And I actually walked out of my closet and I felt different. And I started doing this exercise for myself and daily, actually, because it felt so good. Like going to the gym, you know, we go to the gym to exercise, to feel good about ourselves. And I found this was an emotional exercise, an emotional process that took me out of the emotional block or the emotional pain that I was feeling. And I could do it myself. And my life changed and people noticed it. And I was always a teacher with all my careers, you know, being in the modeling industry and self-improvement industry and the beauty business, fashion industry. I was always teaching, especially women, how to feel good about themselves, how to, whichever door I went through, whether it be physically or emotionally, I was always talking. I was always a talking head and wanting to share, and people would ask me. And so I started sharing this process and I called it the inner workout. And I met you.
And shared it with me.
I did.
And really, and saved my life with it, really. Because I was in a really dark time in my life at that point. And when I describe myself at that point, it was like I met an angel when I met you.
Well, that's what you feel so comforted and you don't feel alone.
Well, and I could see light and love shining from somewhere. And I thought, oh, I want that. I want that. And you taught me how to do that and how to get that and how to have light and love within. Mm-hmm. And it is a really simple process, something that anybody can learn.
Mm-hmm. That's what I loved about it. It was something that I could do on my own, but realized, you know, that you needed help, you know, when you had, you know, severe pain and struggle. So I always had some therapy or coaching or counseling to help me when I needed to, or always have needed that, you know, help and that guidance, because when you're in a really deep, dark crisis, or you're in a place where you are stuck, whether it be financially, emotionally, in relationship, or with illness, sometimes you just really need the comfort of someone to guide you through that darkness to find the light. And so that was important for my process. I found that sharing this with others was just so rewarding because people's lives changed.
Absolutely.
Just like mine did. And it felt so good. And I loved how it kept me emotionally connected to myself, but then emotionally connected to my children, my family, my partner. I eventually became healthier and then realized what I wanted in relationships I had to become. And this whole process taught me how to find that place in me so that I could attract a healthier life, attract my beloved partner. And that's actually my second book is about the beloved. And you don't know it. You don't know this piece. You don't know the healthy relationship. You don't really know what it feels like until you find it within yourself, and then you can attract it, and then you'll know it, you know, but you don't know it until you really find it inside yourself and start living it. It takes time. It's not a quick fix. I think we'll be tested forever. you know.
Yeah. 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 So when you went through this, the next step for you was you decided, thankfully, to share it on a different level, and you decided to help people become life coaches. And that's what happened in 2009 for me. Was I took the next step and I became one of your coaches.
Good.
And
I enjoyed that process too, because I really wanted to expand it into the schools and you know, across Canada, and then eventually, you know, in the US and other parts of the world. And I needed coaches to do that. I couldn't do that myself. And I really wanted to share everything that I learned for myself and share it with, you know, people who really wanted to serve and really wanted to help others and support others' emotional growth. And then they had this exercise that they could learn, or that they learned for themselves. So to become a coach, they were people who learned how to do the inner workout for themselves daily, and it changed their life, just like you did. And you loved it so much, people started noticing your life, and you probably started to talk to people differently, right? And inspire them. You probably just inspired them by the way you were living. And then, you know, people then trust you and say, could you help me? And so that's how the coaching course came about, and I started to certify coaches to share this unique, supportive exercise.
yeah, yeah,
Which is like going to the gym, feeling good in your body, but instead of feeling just good in your body, you're feeling good in your mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and spirit, mind, body, and heart. And you can do it anytime, anywhere.
yeah.
And if you're struggling at all, you can find your way.
Yeah. So what would you, because now I'm grateful that I am also, you've endorsed me to be able to teach your program as well. And so I have people who are looking to become life coaches. And it took me a while to feel confident to be able to do it, you know, like a long while to feel confident, even though I knew that it changed my own life, even though I knew that the practice was amazing. Sometimes it still takes people a while to know, is this something that it is something I can do, or is it only something that someone like Colleen can do, right? Is it only something that someone like Fiona can do? Is it, you know, where people are looking at themselves and they're wondering, you know, can I do it? What would you say to those people?
If you want to help people feel good, feel happier, find peace, it's easy to open yourself up and share something that works for you. It creates a passion, and some people are shyer than other people. But I find that this process helps with that. And when you're coached yourself, you know, you're going to find that place in you. So it's your own therapy, your own inner work that you have to do to get to the point where the place where you feel comfortable inside yourself, in your skin, you know, because you're the only person who needs to have that worthiness to go forward and do it. So if you don't feel confident, you're not going to go and take that leap of faith because you don't believe in yourself. So that's what your own personal coaching will do. Help you find the self-worth,
Right.
the confidence,
Yeah.
to, you know, build your own business in a really healthy way, because you don't want to be needy either, or come across like a salesperson, because people won't listen to you. They'll be turned off. But if they feel you very genuine and authentic in your connection, they'll feel safe with you. And that's what the coaching's all about. This is about and doing your own inner workout every day, preparing yourself every day for your life, for your family, for your work, is a practice that only you can design. And this process really helps with that. And so does the coaching. So it helps with your self-esteem and your confidence, and for you to know that you're worthy of more love and abundance, healthy relationships, and a career that is so rewarding, to be able to teach people how to be connected, to be emotionally connected. That is really the key.
And when you're talking about connection, that's a good segue into one of your favorite topics, which is the goddess connection.
Yes. Well, everyone has that connection, but it's about finding it every day. And it's connecting to source and moving the struggles and the burdens out of the way, so we can love unconditionally, so that we can be authentic in our relationships, in our communication, to take care of ourselves. Our well-being is an everyday constant that we need to do for ourselves. And that goddess connection is a place that we can so easily get to. It's just a breath away, but unfortunately, sometimes we can't find it, because you can't feel love if there's unloving things happening. You can't feel good about yourself if those wounds come up. And, you can't be healthy in relationship if you're blaming others or judging. So there's resentments, and there's hurts, and there's betrayals, and there's grief and anger. We all have anger. What do we do with it? And so the inner workout is an incredible exercise that is easy to access, to clear the way to the goddess connection. That is our actual birthright to have, for every woman to have. And I believe that this book will inspire any of us every day to find the connection.
That's the name of your next book, right? The
Goddess Connection. Yeah. So it's
forward to it.
Yeah, I always say, well, it's going to be my last book, but I love writing, and I love sharing, whatever I've learned from myself, just like you do, Fiona, which I'm very proud of and grateful, because we all have to just support each other. And you're a fabulous coach.
Thank you.
And a teacher. And I look forward to all the coaches that you're going to inspire.
Well, thank you so much. And where could we find your information right now? If someone wanted to find information about the Goddess Connection or any of your other books, where could they find
right now, my website is ColleenHoffmanSmith.com. But you can sign up, and every month I put out a Goddess Connection excerpt from my book, and it's just an inspiration. And I'm creating a following for when my book comes out. So if you're interested, you can just subscribe, and you can also buy any of my books online through my website or all the other ways, Amazon bookstores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll have some information in the description below here too. So
okay, that's great. Well, Fiona, thank you, and I really admire you.
Oh, and I admire you. I love you so much. And thank you so much for this. It was wonderful.
Great. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. And I'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.